apologies for our short delay, but we are ready for action. A warm welcome to you all. We are here at Stoke City FC for an evening of professional boxing, presented to you by Pat Barrett and Black Flash Promotions, in association with JME Pro Boxing Promotions. Sponsored by Manchester Joinery, Cooney Installations, Income After Sport, Exago, and Bluestone Boxing Gym. This evening, your steward in charge will be Tony Hedges, your timekeeper is Dave Walters, and your referee is A-star referee David Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our first contest of the evening. 4 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. And this contest is professional debut versus professional debut. So please welcome into the ring first from Aylesbury, Liam McHenry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from Manchester, Manny Man Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is brought to you by Pat Barrett and Black Flash Promotions in association with JME Pro Boxing Promotions. Your officials, timekeeper will be Dave Walters, and your referee is A-star referee Kevin Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, somebody's unbeaten record must go. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the blue and white, and he weighed in at 10 stone, 12 pounds and 6 ounces. He makes his professional debut after an unbeaten bare knuckle record from Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. Here is Liam McHenry. And as the opponent across the ring, fights out of the blue corner. He wears the beige shorts and weighed in at 10 stone, 11 pounds and 2 ounces. And the journey begins this evening, also making his professional debut from Manchester, Lancashire. Please welcome Manny Man Martin.
So, a warm welcome to our viewers joining us online. This evening's boxing is brought to you by Pat Barrett's Black Flash Promotions, the home of grassroots boxing. We've recently signed a deal with TalkSport, which is very, very exciting. But tonight's action is all about the up-and-coming grassroots boxers, and it's brought to you from the Bet365 Stadium over in Stoke-on-Trent. Your commentators tonight with myself, Dan Murray, and I'm joined by undefeated champion Kyle Davis. Kyle, good to see you, mate. Commentated on your fights.
It's good to be here, first time competition. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Lads out tonight. A few lads from my gym making the debuts. One of them having the second first fight. So, it should be a good night of boxing.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night. And it's quite an interesting fight, this first one, because we've got both guys making a debut, which is quite rare in my experience. I feel that both guys will be quite nervous. I think Kane has brought quite a crowd with him, but he's in there against Liam McHenry, former bare knuckle fighter, undefeated. Quite an interesting matchup. Can you remember your debut, Kyle?
Do you know what? I can't remember my debut, but I was just happy to get the win. So I can't imagine most of these lads making the debut how they feel, but I can remember Kane was supposed to actually make his debut when I boxed in Manchester last month, half through, so it's nice to see him get a quick straight back out here now.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the advantage and the beauty of Black Flash Promotions. They've got so many shows, they can get the fighters out quite regularly. Must have been quite frustrating for Kane. Thinks he's having his debut, prepared for that, and it obviously gets delayed. But here we are now, and he's settling into it. He's not really showing many nerves. He's just sort of settling into the fight and just having a bit of a look at Liam McKennelly. What do you think so far, Kyle? What do you see?
Warming up, and it's probably Kane as well to an undersized fighter in his debut as well, because it's an unknown quantity. You know, he didn't know what he's going to get on the other side, so it spots to both sides of the year, and you know, actually putting it on the line in the first fight for the first time, so it should be a good one.
Yeah, he's on the front foot, Kane. He's using the jab quite nice. He's going downstairs with the jab as well. Makes me think maybe he's going to try and set Liam up for something, come over the top of the right hand. But good start here from Kane.
Showed a little bit. It's hard in his debut to, you know, nerves look good, but also good performance. So one of them ones where I can remember in mine, I was just happy to win, you know.
Yeah.
When I look back now, it's emphasised a lot on road, pro game. So
Kane just opening up a little bit now, targeting the body. But Liam looks like a tough character.
Especially coming from that head off as well. Yeah, they're always going to be tough.
It's a tough old game, that, isn't it?
He's got a bit of padding on his hands now.
So Kane coming out of Oliver's gym in Salford. Most people that have followed boxing for the last 30 odd years will know all about Oliver's gym. The work that Oliver Harrison done, unfortunately, very sadly passed away, and it continues with Humphrey in the corner with his team as well. It's a good gym. The fighters from there well schooled, well looked after, but really good opening round. You just saw at the end there, Kane started to settle into it a lot more, and he started to open up a little bit, but you have got to be careful, because it's quite interesting what you say about your debut. Bit of a blur, you're just happy to get the win. Kane, when he come out to the ring, there was a lot of people shouting for him, a lot of support. Just got to be careful, haven't you, not to get too carried away.
Yeah, definitely. You'll want to make a statement from the old be eager, especially pulled off on last time, but you know, I've seen that he's won 2 Northwest titles as an amateur, so he's got the experience of winning titles. He's been a footballer as well, so you know, he's not a stranger to sport, so yeah, I think he'll settle into it. It's like he had him out there in the first round, he settled into it nice, so I think he'll start enjoying it.
Yeah, I like what I see. He's cutting the ring off well, and everything's coming off that jab, which is very important, isn't it, early on in your career, is to establish that jab and show your skills. You don't want to be getting into a war with someone like McKinney here, ex-bare knuckle fighter. You want to use your brain, don't you, and box your way through.
Yeah, it's just got brought into the terror, but Kane looks like he's done a good job of keeping his boxing, using his feints nice. Really nice behind that shoulder as well. See that Philly shell coming out a little bit.
McKinney just on the back foot, just moving, not really wanting to engage too much in this round. Maybe he's felt something. Maybe he's felt the power of Kane. I'm not sure.
At the end of that second round, back to him for a little bit, especially with him being in fight the first time as well. You know, obviously he's had bare knuckle experience. Different kind of thing, so he will also be feeling in a little bit of experience as well, so it'll be a new thing for him too.
Yeah. Talked about the nerves and obviously bringing a crowd with you. How do you react? Do you like bringing a big crowd with you? Extra pressure or not really?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know, I think you can't actually hear them when you're in there, you know. I'm sure Kane, when he gets out, people will be, did you hear what I said? But, you don't really hear too much. You're in your own zone, but it's nice knowing you've got people there behind you as well.
And it's quite ambitious, isn't it, picking somebody who's not had a fight, who's also making their debut, because like what you said, it's an unknown quantity, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, especially for your debut. Well, you're taking a risk. Like, we're all fighters. We're here to take smart fights, not silly fights. But he's really taking them well, and I think he's doing a good job of it here. And Liam's not really wanting much of it now. I think he has felt the power, and he is elected to put that foot and move and hold.
Yeah, I definitely think that Kane's sort of knocked the enthusiasm out of him a little bit, which can be difficult, can't it? Because when you have two debutants making a debut, obviously pride's on the line. They both want to win, so they come to fight. It can get a bit frustrating, can't it, when your opponent goes into the shell a little bit and they're just moving to survive.
Yes, and this is what Kane will learn from this if he doesn't get him out. He's not too easy, but these are the fights that you need. And this is a great debut. Someone that's coming, not making their debut too nice and fresh. So he's actually having a real fight rather than someone that sometimes tuck up around. He's having an actual live opponent.
Well, you said a moment ago that he's won 2 Northwest titles as an amateur, and you can see it. You can see the boxing ability, well skilled. Like I said, comes from Oliver's gym and do great things over there, and you can see he's really well skilled. But I'm impressed by his temperament as well. He's come out the crowds here and made a bit of noise. It's his debut. He's kept it nice and calm.
Smiling back to huge confidence. I think if you've got stepping in it, sitting down on the shots, get him out of here. I think he won't do anything. I think he'll be happy with that.
Just looking at the two corners now, the opposite sides of the coin. In Kane's corner there, looks quite happy, quite relaxed. In the opposite corner, in Liam McKinley's corner, just looks a little bit out of breath, looks like he's feeling it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to see Kane now start really sitting down on these punches now, putting combinations together, maybe cutting the ring off a little bit. Maybe he's letting Liam just move a little bit too much.
Yeah, I probably agree with you there, probably close the distance a little bit as well.
And just start stabbing a bit of authority now. He's got the first two, the nervous round out of the way now. Nice body work that is. Sometimes with these, you've got to invest in the body. I know it's only 4 rounds.
Yeah.
You've got to go downstairs, to get that shot upstairs.
It's important, isn't it? McKinley, former bare knuckle fighter, he's tough. We know he's tough.
Yes.
Puts him downstairs.
Yes, definitely. He's always going to be tough. But when you get hit downstairs, sometimes you can't hide it. So it'd be nice to see Kane start investing to the body a little bit.
That's the worst, isn't it, Kyle, when you get hit to the body by a good one?
Oh well, I got a body shot stoppage at the last fight, so sometimes you hit and you don't even like it, but he's gone. Yeah, he's getting a little bit desperate here, Liam, now swinging. I'd like to see Kane just keep edging that pressure, just keep the pressure on him, putting the ring off.
Yeah, because ultimately on your debut, you want to showcase your skills, don't you? And you obviously want to get the win, like what you said before, but you want to leave a mark in people's minds as well. And there's a good crowd in here tonight. You want to, if you can, get a stoppage or put a good bit of action together so people go away talking about you.
Yeah, definitely, that's the plan. But coming forward, I know how hard it is. Your debut comes so quick, so you've just got to take it in your hand. But I think Kane's doing a good job here, and like I keep saying, taking this, a risky fight on paper, it's hats off to him really. He just got caught with one a little bit there, but you know what? This is what it's about.
Yeah.
A few lads in here making the debuts. It's a proper fight.
And that's what I like to see, and that's why I think Pat Barrett, very, very good with the matchmaking. I know he's got a team behind him. It's about getting the right fights for people, isn't it? So Kane will go away from this debut, he'll learn something, won't he? Like you say, he just got caught with the right hand there. It shows you can't switch off for any moment.
Oh no, definitely not. You're both in there, you both throw punches, you've always got to stay switched on. It's about arena fighting. That was a little bit of a wake-up call for Kane. You know, that's another just learning.
Yeah.
Learning. And I'm sure his corner will highlight and go his back.
Good right hand there from Kane.
Good response. And he's been on top this whole fight. It's easy to lack a little bit of concentration, but that's why you have these type of fights, to make sure you don't when it really matters.
Nice left hook. For me, Kane's shown a good array of shots as well, a good arsenal of shots. Works the body well. Landed a nice left hook there. He's landed a few right hands. And we've talked about his jab. He's got the whole array of shots there.
Yeah, no, it's good. I was impressed with that. I just like it now. Just settling a little bit this last round. Pick these punches, pick the spots, and I think we'll do a little bit more damage. But it's been a great debut. Like you say, on your first one, settle it. And do a great job. He'll be very eager as well with having the settle.
Yeah. Well, look, I think he's impressing on his debut, like you say. I think it's a very mature performance for his debut. And with Black Flash, this is shows there, isn't he? Pat's pointing on shows left, right and centre. If he wants to stay busy, which for me, that's what I like to see with prospects. I like to see him stay busy. Get a bit of momentum behind him. It's there for him.
Yeah, definitely. I only boxed a few weeks back out in several weeks. So, it's time to keep moving, go straight back in there and right any wrongs. Highlight last fight. That's the good thing about that. There's opportunities, there's always shows, there's always time where, if you're ready, get yourself onto a show like me,
Yeah, that momentum's important, isn't it? Just watching Kane now, he's sort of closing the distance now. Looks like he's getting through to McKennelly a little bit in this last round.
So McKennelly's putting shots back, he's not throwing back. He's giving something back. He's caught Kane a few times. It's a great fight. Sometimes you get them ones when they come and your opponent might just move around, but I think he give Kane something to think about this whole thought through all these rounds. He's not been able to just settle too much. He's kept him thinking. Definitely think he's trying to just bide the time now here this last round.
He's smart, isn't he? Liam McKennelly.
Even though he's on his team, he knows how to just grab a breather.
Yeah, he's using every inch of the ring, and where possible, he's trying to tie Kane up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's using a couple of tricks at his legs.
Referee, 1 point for holding. Look, referee's doing his job, but maybe a little bit harsh.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference.
No.
Position, but I think it might have been a little bit hard. A little bit, but that shows what Kane's doing if the referee feels like he's having to hold this. Kane's putting some good pressure on.
Liam just waiting for the final bell now, isn't he?
Definitely. I think Kane wished this had a couple to this.
Yeah, and I think he had a couple more rounds he would get through to him, but yeah, Liam getting his 10,000 steps in.
Yeah, tough though. Tough 10.
Yeah, Kane's landed some good shots, particularly to the body. I think he's hurt Liam McKennelly a little bit to the body.
Definitely.
But he's
another good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said. Yeah, no, I'm impressed with that. A lot of people miss the body work out as well. It's really exciting.
Really good performance.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed. It was good. I'm impressed with Liam as well. You know, on his debut as well. He knew his way around the ring. You know, he made Kane work. I didn't make it easy for him. Caught him with some good shots, made him think so. It's a good first bout that was.
Yeah, I agree. Liam earned his money, and Kane shown us what he's about. Portrayed a good selection of skills in there. Shot selection. He looked strong. He looked like he hurt Liam. Really good performance, and also give entertainment to the crowd. And ultimately, that's what it's about.
Yeah, they love it here in Stoke as well. Love a good scrap. Me and my own town. You know, it's nice having it here in the ground as well. You know, being at Bet365 Stoke Stadium, having it here. It's nice to have boxing in the city. You know, especially for a little bit. Obviously, we have Nathan Heaney that. But obviously, we've gone to the big shows now, so it's nice to bring it back to Stoke.
After 4 rounds of action, we go to Kevin Parker's scorecard, which reads 40 points to 35 points in favour of your winner. From Manchester, Martin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move straight into our next contest, 4 rounds in the welterweight division. Please welcome into the ring first, from Birkenhead, Merseyside, Stephen Wallace.
Kane, brilliant debut there. How did it feel? Any nerves?
Yeah, of course. But just finally glad to finally get out there, do you know what I mean? And yeah, of course everyone's nervous, do you know what I mean? But as soon as you're in there, get moving, get the first jabs popping, felt alright,
Yeah, you look really good. You work your jab well, obviously you're well skilled. You won a couple of Northwest titles as an amateur. Looked really comfortable in there. We were really impressed with you, and we think you hurt him a couple of times as well.
Yeah, I noticed a couple of times I hurt him. I tried to jump on him. I think the time I had him hurt most was in the last 5 seconds of the round, so I think a bit more and I would have got him out there. Yeah, I hurt him a few times. It's just about, you know, seeing that a couple of times I hurt him, I don't think I realised, and then it's about learning when to jump on him, you know, and get him out of there.
So what's the plan now? Are you going to try and keep busy, get some momentum?
Of course, so Pat, I've already spoke with Pat. He just wants to keep me as busy as possible. Hopefully I'm on the card, hopefully either end of May or start of June, so back up there soon. And,
well, gonna have to cut you off. The next fight's coming on, Kane. Pleasure, mate. Catch a word with you a bit later, yeah?
Thank you, definitely.
Thank you very much, bye.
Round sanction in the welterweight division. Your officials, your timekeeper is Dave Rogers, and your referee in charge.
Left me a nice sweaty end set.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. He wears the black shorts and weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds and 6 ounces. He goes to the ring with 7 contests, and he comes to us from Birkenhead, Merseyside. Please welcome Stephen Wallace. And his opponent across the ring fights out of the blue corner. He wears the red and white shorts and he weighed in at 10 stone, 3 pounds and 8 ounces. And ladies and gentlemen, the journey begins this evening, making his professional debut from right here in Stoke.
So welcome again to our viewers joining us online. Black Flash Promotions, brought to us by Pat Barrett. We're at the Bet365 Stadium over in Stoke-on-Trent. Commentators for this fight, I'm Dan Murray, joined by undefeated professional champion Kyle Davis. And we got a good fight here. So we started the night with a debutant. We got another one, Jack Holston, and he's in against the experienced, or the relatively experienced, Stephen Wallace. Kyle?
I'm looking forward to this. I've known Jack for years. He used to beat me up when we were little. So he's a stable mate of mine. So it's good to see Jack in the ring. You know, it was supposed to happen not long ago. Got moved. So I'm looking forward to this. Can't be too biased. Stable mate, but
don't worry, we'll forgive you for that.
No, I'm looking forward to his journey starting.
So Stephen Wallace, he's not had a win yet. He's had the 7 fights, so he knows his way around the ring. He knows how to survive. Jack, very, very relaxed. Is that his style? Sort of hands low, picks his shots.
Yeah, definitely. Jack's changed throughout the years. I've known Jack for years. He used to be a come forward, bunches and bunches fighters, but he started to mature a lot and pick his shots and really start to hone his skills under, Joe Eccleston, my trainer, and I've started to see real big improvements with Jack in the gym. And it's nice to see these now coming on the night, and he's looking like he's using his boxing really well.
Yeah, he's feinting well. He's working off the jab well.
He's got a really awkward style as well.
Talk about your gym, Joe's gym, flying at the minute.
Yeah, definitely. We've got 3 others out tonight. Obviously, me last month. So, it's nice for us to actually get going. This is the proper start of Bluestones. Everyone's seeing what we can all do, and Jack being the first one tonight to showcase, what's coming out of our gym.
Yeah, success breeds success as well, doesn't it? And you create that sort of team environment.
Definitely, especially with growing up with them all. Like, I don't see myself as the role model, but I guess I kind of am in the gym.
Yeah.
And I guess they're all eager to start doing, following my footsteps per se, but having someone in the gym that's done it and realising they can also do it as well, coming from the same place. He's landing some beautiful body shots and these right hands look like they're really crushing.
I was going to say, he come out, he was boxing quite nice behind the jab, but you talk about him being a come forward fighter back in the day, you can see it now.
You see it, when Jack can punch, you can punch. I do a lot of bits with Jack, and I'm a lot heavier than him, and he can punch.
Yeah, he's landing some good shots this round, some good body work as well. And he's on what I like about him is on the front foot, he's dominating the fight, he's taking control of it in this opening round.
And he's nice and calm, he's nice and relaxed, he's picking his punches.
Good job.
No, definitely, I think he's doing a good job here.
Yeah, he's giving Stephen Wallace plenty of problems in there. Stephen Wallace had the 7 fights, not managed to pick up a victory. He's only been stopped two times, so he's a tough cookie, and I just get a feeling that Jack's wanting to make a statement tonight.
And I always think with these gentlemen that come with, or opponents with only 7 fights, they still have a little bit of ambition. It's not gone the full way. There's still something in them that think, So you never know what you're going to get on the night, and I think if Jack starts picking his punches, I know I keep saying this, but this is the whole thing. If he starts really picking his punches, he could do a real good job here.
Yeah, going back to sort of road warriors, the journeymen, are vitally important for the sport. They bring the prospects through, but they've got pride as well. And if they can, they will put the prospect in the place.
Oh yeah, I've been telling the boys in the gym all week, like, do not overlook anyone, because records, they're just there. That's just face value. You could never take them. Like, these can fight, they can fight. So
yeah,
they're proud. They're always going to give a bit back. So you just got to take it as serious as a world title. And that's all I've always done. Every fight's your world title fight.
Nice right hand there from Jack. Yeah, you're right. For me, it's about concentration. The pro game, a lot of it, concentration and following game plans and not losing your head in there.
Definitely not getting overconfident, you know. Just staying on your game plan and keep working behind what you're good at. And listening to the corner is the main thing, especially in these early stages as well. Your corner knows best all the time.
You said a bit earlier on in the night about investing in the body. That's what Jack's doing in there now, isn't he? He's doing the perfect job for me. He's breaking Stephen up with a jab and he's landing those body shots. He's investing to the body, and it might not grow to fruition in this fight because it's only 4 rounds. But it's certainly going to help him in his career.
Definitely that right hook to the body is working. It's working a treat. I'd like to see him put it on the middle now. Just change it.
Yeah.
Actually put it to the head instead now. Change where it's going. Maybe put the left in the body. But you've just seen another one there. Beautiful right hook to the body. They're going to start really
horrible body shots. I can feel that from there.
And like you were saying, the 4 rounds sometimes isn't enough, but it's a good start to go forward in your rest of your fights.
Yeah, and similar to what you said there, Kyle, if he starts putting it downstairs, that right hook, and it starts having an effect, suddenly that's something that Stephen's going to be wary of. Then you turn it over the top, don't you, or bring it over the middle.
Yeah, that's when you go somewhere else with it.
Yeah.
You know, that's where, and I'm sure the corner will be telling him to start maybe putting it somewhere else. Now I think Stephen will be smart now. Might be start dropping that left elbow down.
Nice footwork there from Jack, just stepping back. Nice jab to the body as well. Yeah.
He's going back downstairs, he's not neglecting it. It's a real good performance.
You know, I sometimes think that jab to the body's an underrated shot. It can set shots up, but it can also take a little bit out of the tank as well.
Do you know what? Good little bit of that. Do you know what? You'll see from all the fighters from our gym tonight, you know, Joe installs into us about the body work as well. In my fights, I always trying to make sure I stab down to the body, so you'll see a pattern of us tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that's going to get showcased, you know, finally.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it when you fight. You can see Jack tonight. I mean, he threw a body shot there. Stephen sort of gasped a little bit. It was just a little jab to the body, but he wasn't expecting it.
No, definitely catch him off guard when they're trying to take a rest. You just try and take a couple seconds off them.
So what's Joe like as a trainer? I'm impressed with him. I like what he does. Nice and quiet. Just goes about his business.
Yeah, that is Joe. Obviously, I've known him for since I was 15. I'm 25 now, so it's more like family to me. But Joe's quiet, like you said, no nonsense. You know if you've not doing it right, because Joe. He's one of them, you know, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
yeah, it's worse. Yeah,
he's but he cares, and that's why he gets the best out of us. He doesn't have anyone in the gym that he doesn't think. You know, everyone in the gym has earned their place to be in the gym.
Yeah.
And he believes in them, and they believe in him. It's a two-way thing. You've got to trust Joe, and Joe's got to trust you. And I think that's why you see good performances, because we believe what he says. You know, there's no second-guessing anything.
There's no relationship in boxing like the boxer and trainer, is there? You've got to, like what you said there, you've got to trust your corner, haven't you?
You've got to, you know, Joe says get in with him next week. I believe that's the correct move. And, you know, and I'm sure everything that you're telling Jack in the corner, you know, Jack's trusting it, and now it's working. He's believing in it more and more. That's the thing with the relationship with boxer and coach. Said again, going straight back to the body as well. That jab's been working really well. I like his distance tonight as well. Even though that left hand's low, he's keeping nice distance. You know, he's not being silly, he's moving his head.
Yeah, he's controlling it from a nice distance, because you feel if he got too close, it could become a little bit scrappy.
Yeah,
but he's just controlling it off that jab.
Stepping back nice again, not getting too greedy as well. It's a good performance, a real mature performance, this is.
Nice.
Look out, there we go, changing it, that's a beautiful shot. I would actually like to see Jack go back to his old ways and put a few punches together now. I really would.
He looks very, very strong, Jack. I know you said in round one.
Strong.
Yeah.
That is how I describe him.
Nice job.
Yeah, we always do drills together. It's supposed to be nice and gentle, and Jack's always got this ramrod shots in these drills. Well, yeah, like that body shot again, we can hear it from here.
Yeah, because Stephen's feet just stopped there when he got hit with that. I think he felt that a little bit. Nice job. I think what you say, Carl, I think if Jack started putting his shots together, I think it would have an effect, because at the minute he's landing 1 or 2 solid shots and Stephen's sort of trying to get out of the way, trying to survive. Definitely. If he put an onslaught on a little bit.
Yeah, he's just missing that final bit of the final little bit, but he's learning again.
Yeah.
And like we keep saying, because we've got a few lads tonight that are making the debuts quite early on the career, we'll see this a lot, and you'll learn from these fights, and you'll loop back, and you'll learn to put the extra little bit on, and you won't stop these guys in 1 or 2 shots. You've got to put the combinations together.
Little right hand there from Stephen, just a little reminder.
Just a reminder that is learning again, learning again, and again. And this is just where you've got to go back to the corner now and show Joe, give him a grilling. And this is what it's all about, you know. It's learning.
It is. It's his debut. It's learning, and you know, you're in a fight and everything's going your own way, and all of a sudden you get caught with a couple of shots. Now, probably won't mean anything in this fight, but it's about learning for the future fights, isn't it?
Yeah, if I saw Jack give him a little smile early on, getting comfortable, and that, and, you know, this night now might bring him out in the forefront, might slow him down, so we might not see a finish. And that's credit to Stephen for doing his job.
Yeah.
And bringing Jack back down to, you know, up from the clouds of how he's been doing. But this is the whole point of these, and it's nice to have these nights where you have a few on that are really on the career, and you see an actual progression rather than sometimes it's not always about the final product. You've got to get there first.
So last round, what's been pretty much a faultless debut so far.
Yeah, I'd love to just see that left hand go into the body now. The right hand's been working nice. Maybe creep that left up to the body. Bearing them shots up a little bit more now. They've been good shots, but just changing them up a little bit now. Between the red and white, we actually are banned red now. So, and we're banned red tops, and I can see Joe in a red top, so there'll be words that'll be added. Joe's actually an Everton fan, so
oh man,
yeah, we don't do red in our club.
Just stalking him a little bit, Jack. You feel like maybe he's gonna have a big ending here.
Just let his hands go here now, back down to the body as well.
Nice little right uppercut.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That right up around the side, bring it up the middle now. But credit to Stephen, he's really, you know, he's been tough in here tonight. He's thrown some good shots back. He's made Jack, you know, think in that 3rd round.
Yeah, full respect to Stephen, because I think he has been hurt. He's felt the shots. Jack's done a good job of keeping the pressure on. He's landed, like we said, some nice right uppercuts, beautiful jab. Body work's been on point.
He's been very calculated with STOKE. He's not really giving Stephen a rest all night. He kept on him with that jab and that front foot pressure as well.
A little bit of kidology there from Stephen.
They love it, don't they?
Yeah.
See, Corey again. It's nice head movement from Jack. Good stuff. That's nice for Stephen walking him back at the road, getting a bit of time.
How do you think Joe would be analysing this?
Do you know what? I think Joe would be really impressed. I think Jack's really shown stuff that he's been working on in the gym. Obviously, with being in the gym every night, I know what he works on, and I actually have seen him put it into practice tonight. So I think Joe would be happy with this, definitely. Especially with that body work, he's worked it really well.
And there it is, the end of the 4 rounds. Respect there between the lads. Should be a formality, 36.
Yeah, I would say so. But full credit to Stephen though. I think, like you said, he was hurt a few times. I think he did a real good job of staying in there tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say the 40-36, it doesn't tell the full story. It's a good fight. I mean, Stephen, tough man, but Jack, really impressive.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that. I won't tell him in the gym. I'll be critical, but I'm happy with that. It was good.
After 4 rounds of action, we go to Kevin Parker's scorecard, which reads 40 points to 36 points in favour of your winner. From Stoke
Jack, what a debut.
Brilliant, yeah.
Any nerves before you got in there?
A bit normal.
I tell you what, you made him earn his money. You put the pressure on him from the first bell. Kyle was singing your praises, telling me to expect big things, and to be honest, you fulfilled. It looked like you hurt him a few times in there.
Yeah, I caught him to quite a bit. Headshots still landing, but just not enough rounds, I think, to get him out of there. That's all.
Yeah, we sort of had the feeling maybe a couple of more rounds you would have got him out of there, or maybe a big onslaught you might have got him out of there, but he certainly felt it. And you come out in the first round, the first 10-15 seconds you're fainting really nice, you're boxing, and Kyle was saying to me, no, he loves to fight, and I think we saw that in there tonight. So what's the plan now? You're going to try and keep busy, get some momentum?
Get the fights out, yeah. Maybe travel, don't know yet. Yeah.
Yeah, really impressive. Honestly, you didn't come across as someone who was having a debut, maybe someone having 5 or 10 fights there. It was really impressive, really solid, and look forward to your next fight, mate.
Brilliant, thank you.
Take care, Jack. Nice one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next contest of the evening. 4 rounds sanctioned in the super featherweight division. Please welcome first into the ring from Worcester, there is Michael Madman Mooney. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from Stoke-on-Trent, the one man, Pro Boxing Promotion. In this contest, 4 rounds sanctioned in the super featherweight division. Your officials are timekeeper Dave Walton and referee is A-star referee Kevin Parker. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the blue and red shorts. He weighed in at 10.3 pounds and 6 ounces and comes to the ring with a veteran of 137 including 10 wins and 3 draws, and 3 of his wins come by way of knockout. From Worcester, here is Michael and his opponent across the ring fights out of W. Payne. He weighs about an hour short and Ladies and gentlemen, the journey begins on professional debut from right here. From Stoke-on-Trent, here is the one-man army.
Welcome again to the viewers joining us online. This evening's boxing brought to you by Pat Barrett's Black Flash Promotions, the home of grassroots boxing. And tonight's action is brought to you from the Bet365 Stadium over in Stoke-on-Trent. Commentators tonight is myself, Dan Murray, an undefeated professional champion, Kyle Davis. Now, Kyle, looking forward to this fight. Gym mate of yours, Army Liverland.
Yeah, no. Another teammate of mine, a wind-up merchant of mine. He loves winding me up, but I'm super excited to see Army making his debut. And I know how excited he is too. So I'm looking forward to this one. Seeing if he can put his words to practice.
Yeah, I've heard good things. There's a lot of expectation around him, and he sounds like he sold a ton of tickets.
Oh yeah, he sells a lot of tickets, you know. He does a lot of talking, but he can back it up as well. And like I was saying with Jack, all of us in the gym are good fighters, and we've all got different personalities. And Army's probably the loudest one, but he really can back it up too.
Yeah,
we can see already with the confidence.
He looks very, very confident. He's in there with Michael Mooney. We spoke about these journeymen having pride. He won't like it too much, Michael Mooney, if Army's showboating a little bit, will he?
No, when I was making my debut, I remember making Dow Sharp standing across, giving me the eyeballs, and I was all timid. And Army will not care. He is respectful, but he isn't bothered. He's doing it for, himself. So he will also be, he'll be goading as well, and he'll be having fun in there.
Look, there's many thoughts of it for me. So, first of all, you want to be respectful to your opponent, especially someone like Michael Mooney who's been about the game so long.
Absolutely.
But also, like, you know better than anyone, to make it in professional boxing, you've got to have something about you. You've got to have a bit of a personality. So, I think it's good that Army shows his personality in the ring.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to be a sell, you've got to be a product, and you cannot fault anyone for doing that. And everyone's trying to, get a lot of telling off. But this is what gets you on TV. This is what gets people watching.
Yeah.
So you cannot fault someone for that. You might get a little bit telling off. You have to be serious sometimes, but it'll come with experience as well. He won't get away with some of these things at one point, but people will want to keep coming back and watching him.
And also as well, sometimes with the showboating, you're trying to draw something out of your opponent. Michael Mooney's not going to come here tonight and open up. So Army, a little bit of showboating, fainting. Maybe he's trying to draw an opening as well.
I promise you now, Army wants to throw. Army won't want an easy night. He'll want a fight. That's what he'll be asking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, I'm really liking the body work as well. Like same with Jack from last fight, Army straight to the body too.
Look, Joe Eccleston straight back in the ring, no rest for him tonight. But his fighters, you can see there's an emphasis on the body work. We talked about that a little bit earlier there. You can see Army with a little stab to the body with a jab, and he's working the body well. Seems to be sort of like a product of the gym, that, the body work.
It must be stapled into us, but it's good to see that the lads are bringing it through on their debuts as well.
Yeah.
You know, not forgetting what they've been learning. That's actually a testament to the boys as well, staying nice and calm. I thought, you know, and the young lads as well, you know, obviously only 19. He's only just turned 19. Jackson 20, so he's still quite young as well.
Do you know what? A baby of the game, but look, I've commentated lots and lots of debuts and hundreds of fights. The maturity I'm seeing tonight is really impressive. And with Jack and with Army Air, the body work, like you said, you don't tend to see that sort of stuff on the debut. On the debut, people just want to make an impression. They go out, they start headhunting. Really impressed.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a lot better than my debut was, I can say that.
And like you say, Army's only 19 years old. He's making his debut, but looks very mature in there.
Yeah, and he'll grow into himself. He'll grow into himself definitely as well. You know, he's got a good people behind him with Joe and Pat, and they'll push him in the right direction at the right time, so the age thing won't be a problem.
Well, I always think the hardest thing in boxing is, outside of the ring, is to have people that you trust, and you want people who are going to look out for your best interests, and Joe Eccleston and Pat Barrett, two of the finest about.
Definitely, Joe and Pat would rather the fighters to not box than put them in for a fight that isn't right, and sometimes that is what you have to be. You have to be maybe a bit cruel to be nice, and every fight that the fighters go in is the correct fight and the right fight for that time, and the fighters learn that step back like as they go on, and that's when their trust builds even more and more. You just see that maybe he's a little bit, you know, you could tell the experience here is making it hard for Army to get through with shots here. I'd like to see Army go back to that jab a little bit more.
Yeah, just go back to that jab. It's a key for opening up opportunities, isn't it, the jab?
Yeah, and something also to highlight is actually that Army's giving away, I think, a stone and weight, you know, with an opponent change, which happens.
Yeah.
And it was good for Pat and Joe to get the fight on. So it's also, if you think about the age and the weight as well, he is actually giving away a little bit too, which never makes it easy.
Look, and Michael Mooney, 137 fights, only been stopped 9 times.
That's it.
130 odd fights.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's very impressive.
He's been in there with everyone.
Yeah, I can remember boxing. Victor Edgar's name was. I think he'd had 97 losses, but only been stopped like about 7 times. And
yeah.
I did manage to get him out there, but you know what? That was in about my fifth or sixth, and he took experience. You know, you're not getting these guys out of there with just one shot.
Look, and I don't mind this. I don't mind when you have a tough opponent in front of you, a tough journeyman who's going to give you the rounds and teach you a bit while he's in there, because you're going to learn much more from that than if Arnie went out and blasted an opponent out in the first round.
Yeah, you're not going to kid yourself. You know, it'll keep you nice and grounded. You don't want an easy night. You know, you want to work hard for your fight. You work hard in your training camps. You sacrifice a lot, so you want to get something out of the fights, I always think. And I think that's where matchmaking comes into it. That's a big part of the whole game as well.
Bit of respect there at the end of the round between both men. So how would you say so far, Army? What do you think Joe's going to be feeling in the corner? You think he's going to be satisfied?
Yeah, I think he's going to be happy. I'm sure he's getting time to start maybe putting a little bit more out there now. I think he's had a little bit of fun in the first round, definitely. A little bit of showboat, and I think now it's time to start putting some punches together, cutting off the ring a little bit more, and try and get to Michael. Try and get to him a little bit more. Like I say, I'd like to see him behind that jab, keep that body work coming on, cutting that ring off.
Only young, 19 years old. Is he the baby of the gym?
Baby of the gym, torment of the gym, everything of the gym. He's always there first, and he'll tell everyone about it. But no, he's a great lad, and yeah, he is an asset to the gym.
Seconds out, round 3.
back on that jab like you're asking for, Kyle. So you can imagine that's probably what Joe was asking for in the corner.
Definitely. And I think Michael's putting a bit more on him now. You can see he's coming forward a little bit more, throwing shots back. He looks like he's settled a lot better now, Army. Nice turning and not letting him hold. Good stuff.
Yeah, he's nice and sharp, Arnie. He's good on his feet, isn't he?
Yeah, I've been impressed. There's not been a lot of holding in these contacts. They seem to be using the feet while staying out of range, using that distance good. It's very easy to get into a huggy match in a stopping and stalling with these type of guys, but he's doing a great job of like stopping that, shutting that down. That's a win just as much as the win as well.
Yeah, been impressed with his composure. Like I say, only a young lad, 19 years old in his debut. He's been controlled in there. He's not gone stupid. He's not tried to get Mooney out of there.
No, definitely settled down. He's settled. I think he's enjoying it now. I think he's realising, that it's not as easy as what you think. You're not going to come and blast him out. Yeah, he's starting to put a real good performance on now.
Nice
Changing the head of body,
again.
yes, definitely. Nice feints as well, nice and subtle. Still see that little amateur style in it. Nice fleet of foot.
Looking a little bit red around the torso, Michael Mooney.
That's against that body weight that we've been talking about. Just like
go on. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just like him when he's stepping back to stick a little shot on these now. He's giving up he's giving up the space, but maybe just punishing Michael when he falls into the space.
Yeah. So punish Michael, make Michael fall short, and then make him pay.
Just even though you're looking for a little step off, just put him on the end of something a little bit, because that'll bode well as you go up the rounds. Every time you touch your opponent, I always think it's a little bit of damage done that carries on to the next round. So if the opportunity's there, you should always take it. It looks like he's putting a little bit of good pressure on here. Michael's smiling, which it can mean two things, that can sometimes.
What do you think Army will be making of it? I think Joe will be quite satisfied. What do you think about Army?
I think Army will be annoyed he's not knocked him out of the first round. But, every time I speak to Army, he always says, I'm going to go in, I'm going to smash him. But actually, when you speak to him after, he has got a level head and he does understand boxing. And, I will tell him after, it's not as easy as it seems. And you got to give credit to these away fighters that come. They're tough as, like you said, Michael's stopped 9 times out of 126 contests.
Yeah.
He shows the level that Michael's at his job, and I think what Army will do is he'll learn from this. And I think when we see him out next time, he'll take a few things from tonight and put them into practice again.
Yeah, because what you were saying earlier about how confident he is and how sort of assured he is of his talents, I was expecting him to be a little bit more reckless. Yeah, he's been really controlled.
It slowly burns out of him, that showboating that comes out, because that's just his personality at first, but when he gets down to business, that's what I'm saying, he actually is a talented kid, and he does concentrate, so that's just him as a person.
Look, I thought it for a while, what Joe's doing, Joe Eccleston. I think the gym's thriving, like what we talked about earlier, but I think Joe as a trainer, I think he's going to be up there in the next few years.
Definitely, I think he needs me, Army, Jack, Lewis to showcase what he's doing. He does the work in the ring, he does the work in the gym, but it's up to us to actually do it on the night. And also, you don't see how good of a trainer he is behind the scenes.
Yeah,
he cares for his fighters as well.
Well, this is where Joe's skills are showcased as well, because you see a trend with the fighters, all well-skilled, all level-headed, all quite methodical in their approach, work the body well, work the jab well. It's no coincidence.
No, and we're all different. We've all got different styles as well, and he doesn't make us into one. He lets us be our own person, and I think that's another good sign of a great trainer. Beautiful head movement there. He's speaking to him a bit there then.
Nice. Trying to put his shots together a little bit. Looks really classy when he puts them together.
And it's another trend. These lads will want more rounds. People will be saying, oh, I wish I had another couple of rounds.
Well, that's what Jack said when I spoke to Jack after the last fight. He said, oh, a couple more rounds, I'd have had him out of there.
But that's just experience. That's experience to try and get it done in the rounds that he's got.
You know, look, I think when Army steps up the levels and people come to fight, I think that's when you're going to see the best of him.
Definitely.
Because I think he's going to have them opportunities and he's going to be able to counter people. There's going to be more openings.
And it's about getting the right matches. I always said that about me. I always said, step the level up and I'll start knocking them out. And that actually comes, but it's about getting the right fights at the right time and not doing something too quick, too soon.
Well, coming from yourself, four on a run of 4 stoppages, aren't you?
Yeah,
I think
so. But it is like when people start opening up, there's more opportunity to, get the stoppage. But you're also at a bigger risk of getting caught. So you need these kind of fights to actually, settle into it a little bit. And Army always, he probably opened up a little bit more, but he doesn't need it right now. He needs these type of fights.
Nice respect there. I like to see that after a fight.
But that shows that Michael was happy with him because he's been around the block and he was showing it. That shows that he's impressed with him.
Yeah, and we was having a little talk to him at the end of the rounds and stuff like that. And what I like about fights like this is Army could learn so much off Michael in the ring, but afterwards as well, have a little chat and you learn a lot, don't you?
I did the exact same with Al Sharp at the end. I spoke to him a little bit, and they've been there and done it. They've seen it, and in its best coming, straight from the horse's mouth, as it said. And Michael will be able to gauge where Army's at from comparison. So, yeah, I think it's good. Army should learn from this, definitely, and I think that was a great debut.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both boxers. After 4 rounds of action, we go to Kevin Parker's scorecard, which was 40 points to 36 points in favour of your winner from right here in STOKE.
Hi Army.
Hi mate, you okay?
I've been told you're shy and retiring type. Is that true?
Maybe one more and I'm done, I swear.
What a debut, mate.
Good man, it's in my hometown. I couldn't have asked for anything more. But all these people out here, I just want to say big thank you to everyone's come out fucking support me. That's right,
Yeah, absolutely. You brought a massive crowd here. What I was impressed with was how controlled you was in there, how mature you was, because when I was speaking to Kyle about you before, he said, look, very, very confident, very brash. But when you was in there, really, really controlled, because you're only 19 years old making your debut.
Yeah, young 19 years old. I mean, I haven't boxed for two and a half years, you know what I mean? My last fight was an amateur fight when I was just turned 17 when I hit the Manchester Box Cup and I won that. I was meant to do the seniors, but I didn't do the seniors. But this is a big call out to everyone who said I should have done a year in the seniors and go get smashed up in the pros. That shows I am the boy. I'm here. A few more fights, I'm going to fight for some titles. I don't need no seniors. I'm here. Nothing prepares you for them pros. Little 8-ounce clubs, I never felt these in my life. And I went in there and I showed them what I'm about. I mean, it's
Well,
great.
you was in there against the experienced Michael Mooney, and what I was saying on the commentary, I was saying I think you're the type of fighter that when you step up the levels and people come to fight, that's when you start putting them away.
That's the one. Yeah, honestly, that's not even a percentage of me. I'm embarrassed with that performance. Really, everyone's saying it's good, but I know my experience. You know what I mean? I am the top dog. I come up here. I was meant to fight at 9 stone 3 today.
Yeah.
My opponent pulled out yesterday morning. I weighed in about 57 kilo. That man coming there at 66 kilo. I stepped up levels. I put stuff in my pockets to make the weight. I just showed any weight, but I'm here.
I look at that in two ways. So I like the ambition that you've got a lot more to give, but also don't be too hard on yourself, because I've commentated on hundreds of fights, and that was a really good debut. Army.
I thought the jab was working well. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to implement what I did in the gym. We've been using the jab, stick it to the body as well. I want everyone to know my jab's my best shot. I can use my lead hand. I'm a lead hand fighter, but I can do anything.
Yeah, jab was really good, and like you say, really impressed with the jab to the body and the body work. But look, mate, fantastic debut, and I think you're going to be one to watch for the future.
Definitely, big year coming up. I don't know if I can announce it yet, but I'm fighting in 7 weeks' time on another Black Flash show on the TalkSport show, the Bowls Arena. Go 2-0 there. Fight at my own weight. Fight at my own weight. Big respect to Michael there. He's a top operator. You know what I mean? He's a good dancer. You know what I mean? He showed me a few things. I got caught with some shots which. It's boxing.
No, but I'm glad about that, because you want to learn.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as he did catch me with one little shot, it didn't affect me, but I switched the game plan up and I'll stop there, you know what I mean? I can fight all, I can back fight on the front foot, back foot, end foot, you know what I mean? I just want to let everyone know I'm here, the one man's here to take over, you know what I mean?
Cool, well, thank you very much, Army, and look forward to your next fight, mate. Take care, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next contest of the evening. 4-round sanction in the cruiserweight division. Please welcome into the ring first from Latvia, Edgar Smiley. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome his opponent from Stoke on track, This contest, 4-round sanction in the cruiserweight division. The officials are thanking today's horses, and the referee is A-star referee Kevin Walker. Introducing to first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black shorts and weighing in 13 stone 12 pounds and 2 ounces. He comes to the ring as a veteran of 67 years, including 6 wins and 1 draw. All 6 of his wins come by way of knockout. From Riga, Latvia, here is Edgar Smiley. His opponent across the ring fights out of the blue corner. He wears the white shorts and weighing in 14 stone 3 pounds and 4 ounces. He comes to the ring undefeated with 1 win against no defeats. And he comes from right here in Stoke on track,
So again, we welcome to the viewers joining us online. This evening's boxing is brought to us by Pat Barrett's Black Flash Promotions, the home of grassroots boxing. And tonight's action is direct from the Bet365 Stadium over in Stoke-on-Trent. Commentators tonight is myself, Dan Murray, and I'm joined with undefeated professional champion Kyle Davis. So Kyle, Lewis Prophet, you know a little bit about him?
Yeah, you know, Lewis has been a really good amateur. You know what, I actually do have his record. I will have to just highlight it.
Do you know I commentated on his professional debut? Really impressed by him.
He had 25 wins out of 34 bouts amateur, won multiple titles, box cups, and I spar Lewis a lot, and he is the real deal. He is a really good lad. And that jab he's got, it is one of the best in boxing. I know that is really, it sounds a bit far-fetched to say, but you'll see tonight how good that jab is, and I've been on the end of it a few times. Well, so I definitely can say.
Well, when I seen him back in November on his debut, I was taken aback a little bit. Really impressive him, and that jab, such a weapon. He uses it as a weapon, and just early in the fight there, he just landed a nice right hand as well.
Yeah, no, and he's getting better and better, and he's also, I know he's one thing, but also the shape of him as well. When he first comes back to the gym, he's really starting, he's lost the weight, he's slimmed down to cruiserweight proper, he looks strong. This he was supposed to fight 4 weeks ago, and he stayed on weight from then. He's really starting to take it really seriously since he's come back into boxing, and I can tell from when he first got into the gym to now he's got a lot fitter. He's starting to become a real problem.
What's it like sparring him? He looks quite heavy-handed.
Very, especially I'm a big lad as it is. Light heavyweight, but at cruise you can really feel it, and he is heavy-handed. And he's fast as well, he's athletic with it, he's not slow. And he can box a bit.
Yeah, when I watched his debut, I marked him as one to watch, and you can see it here, he's equally as impressive tonight.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be another one that needs someone to come and open up, and you'll find slots, Edgar's very good, he's been around the block, he'll know how to cover up and make it difficult. But you can see again, it's the maturity that I'm really enjoying from these lads. They took these fights really well. They've not got giddy, and they're showing off their skills.
Yeah, and another fighter from Joe's gym who's nice, composed, relaxed, and is working nicely off the jab.
And I'm loving the all white kit as well, the long socks. I like this kit. He's a man who's a bit of a Muhammad Ali, yeah.
What's his personality like? He looks quite laid back.
Yeah, he's like me. I think me and Lewis are probably the exact same. We're not massive talkers about business. Yeah, probably the opposite from Army. Jazz got a bit to say as well. So yeah, he is laid back. Lewis is, like I said, about business. He's quiet and he's there to come and do the job. And he's also, I say about the maturity in the ring, he's also got a family at home, His daughter just turned 1 the other day. He's got a great girlfriend in Charlotte at home, and so he's also juggling the family life as well as training, and I think that's a big thing that people don't also realise how hard it is, being a young dad as well, and providing for a family while making sure he gets ready for nights like these. It's not easy.
It's difficult being a full-time pro, and sometimes you have to be quite selfish in your approach, but when you've got a missus and a family, it's very difficult because you're trying to share your commitments, and you know yourself how taxing the actual training is, the selling tickets, the disappointments of dates falling through, everything else. It's very difficult. So to judge that as well, having a family,
and it's props to the family as well for sticking behind and supporting it. Like we say about Joe being more than a coach, everyone has to play their part.
Yeah,
and I think that's something in the gym that everyone does. We have great support, and that goes just as a long way as the training as well. I just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah. And look, the family life for Lewis as well is on the flip side of that as well. He was sort of settling down and giving that maturity. And I think you can see that maturity in the ring with him, and like I say, really, really impressed with what I've seen so far. He's threatening with that right hand. He's not quite landed it clean, but you can see he's got a very, very solid jab, and Edgar would do well to stay away from that right hand.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to set that right on him. It's going to come with time. You know, it's nice and poised. It's going to come behind that quick jab. I'd just like to see him stick him on the end of the jab a little bit more, and put that right hand, maybe as Edgar throws his lazy jab, just come over the top of it a little bit.
I actually think that the shot would be a right uppercut.
Yeah, as he's ducking down.
Yeah, so throw a few of the right hands over the top, lead Edgar into a false sense of security, and then bring it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Very solid left hook there from Lewis.
And keep the distance and moving the feet as well. I've been really impressed with the boys tonight. They've not let these opponents smother him. See, Lewis just turned off with a good hook there. You know, he was opening his mouth there. I think he felt that check hook then. That was a good shot. Like to see him just come downstairs now, throw them shots down to the body.
Do feel with Lewis when he steps up the rounds, I think that's when they have more of an impact.
Yeah, and do you know what? That jab doesn't get tired, it stays sharp. So I think as he steps these rounds up and people start getting a little bit lazy, he'll be punishing.
Yeah.
And it hurts when you get stuck in a good jab for the whole fight. It gives you a bit of an headache, and it also makes you think, because it's something to think about all the time, so you're constantly second guessing. And that's maybe when the shots that you might not think as good will come behind him, like his left hook, like his right hand.
Yeah, I feel that when the rounds step up for Lewis, he will start breaking people down. He looks very, very solid. And like you say, he's got that jab, it just keeps you offset all the time when you're getting hit with a solid jab.
And he's good at using that left up to move him around. He's nice keeping it long, he's using them feet. Like, I'm impressed with it, I'm impressed. Just like to see him go downstairs a little bit more, but I thought that in the debut as well, but it's hard, you know.
Yeah. Is that something he does in the gym? Is he a good body puncher?
Yeah, and he does, and that's why I was shouting a lot in the debut, but I think because his jab's so good to the head as well, he's very good. It's a good tool to stay there, and it's working well. Just like to see them shots coming, maybe that right hand to the body round the side.
Yeah. Well, I think we said early on in the evening about when you're fighting a journeyman and they're quite tough and they're resilient, and sometimes you've got to go downstairs, haven't you, to test how much you really want to be in there.
Yeah, because that doesn't lie to you, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you can't disguise their body shots. Your head's pretty hard, you know. You've got to catch someone right on the chin to get them going, but I think the body is where you get these lads out of there.
Edgar, a veteran of 67 fights. A lot of fights. Doesn't get stopped often. He's a tough man. I think you can see that. He's tough. He knows how to survive.
Yeah, he's been around and he knows what to do. You know, he will have seen some stuff before. I think Lewis is he's keeping him on. He's making him work for it. I don't think he's having an easy time. He's very mature performance. You know, he's not taking a lot of risk. He's staying safe. And he's learning. I think he's taking it all in. That's a nice shot to the body, that right hand. He's looking for them now. You can see he's starting to loop back downstairs. He's always just offsetting him with that jab, never letting him just settle, even with the fakes as well.
Just a little bit different this round. He's just looking to make more of a statement, I think, this round, Lewis. He come out, he threw some body shots. Looks like he's really looking for the openings.
One thing Lewis is doing, I think he's looking for the punches as well. He's not just throwing for the sake of throwing.
Yeah, quite an efficient style.
Yes, definitely. And varying the lead as well, which Joe is a big advocate of. Yeah, see him just throw a lead right hand there, just changing it up from the jab, something different, something make him think a little bit more.
Look, at this start around, Lewis threw a couple of body shots that really, really good. Would probably like to see more of that, like what you were saying.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's how you soften opponents like Edgar up.
Yeah, you just got to sustain him a little bit more. But look, he's not hardly been touched. He's not been caught much. You know, he's boxing beautifully. He's boxing nice.
Yeah, can't fault him. Can't fault him. He's boxing really, really well. He's really measured. Edgar's not making it easy in there.
No, he's moving his feet. He's being a little bit tricky. He's throwing the odd shots back. You know, smothering the range. Yeah. Just starting to smother a little bit now, trying to close the distance. I think he's trying to stay off the end of them long punches.
Lewis just showing his strength in there. But yeah, Edgar's going to do whatever he can, isn't he, to survive in there. Whether it's moving about, whether it's spoiling it a little bit. I think with Lewis, I think that maybe a little bit more. It's the only thing I'd say. It's just maybe a little bit more. Don't make it as easy for Edgar. Want to see a bit more jabbing. Maybe double jabbing. Just put it on him a little bit more. Put some more body shots in.
Yeah, that was just what I was going to say. I think Edgar realised that Lewis is quite nice and composed, and I think he's actually making that. He's playing to his own hands by maybe disengaging and slowing the pace down. I think that's for Lewis to then actually maybe come out of that and maybe put the pace on. But that shows experience, and you'll learn that as you go on. That's his job.
Yeah.
To kind of, he's probably just making it a bit slower pace, which is favouring Edgar in a different kind of way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to see this last round and just come out like he did at the start of that third round.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about the matchmaking, how important it is, and what a perfect fight this is for Lewis. Second fight out. He'll learn bags from this. He'll learn lots and lots from this fight. He'll go back to the gym, they'll watch it back, they'll learn it.
And I think it's been difficult to match him as well. Not many people are wanting to get him with a 6'6", cruiser with a good amateur. I don't think it's that easy to find matches. And like you're saying about matchmaking again, it's really hard to find the right fights to actually make them happen. I can see a little bit of blood from the nose now from Edgar, so you can tell these shots are starting to register. He's doing damage, and like we said, the more rounds, I think it slowly breaks people down.
And I like it when Lewis uses a jab. It's a strong, powerful jab. He uses it as a weapon. It's almost like a right hand.
And I think he's got it going very much here. I think Lewis could stop this whenever he wants. I think he's getting the rounds under. That's something Joe really has been installed into him, because he's had a little bit of time out the ring. To get these rounds back under the belt. We know how good he is. There's no need to blast people out. So, I think that's something Joe will have told him to do. Get these rounds and just keep doing damage. And he's showing this round that he could have done this from round one.
Yeah, the face of Edgar quite blooded. And Lewis just walking forward now. Relaxed. Looks like he's enjoying himself.
He's got that lovely white kit. He's going to have to get that in the washing machine. And see Edgar's...
Whoa. Optimistic right hand there from Edgar. Nearly hit someone in the crowd with it.
I think someone had to duck back there. But you see, he's still switched on. He didn't get caught with that. He's not been caught once by nothing silly. It's a really good performance this is. We can see this round how how good this lad's going to be. Joining now and there, switching stance, going to the bodies. Good work this is.
Look, we talked about the excitement of seeing Lewis in longer fights. This fight goes a couple more rounds. Not sure Edgar's still going to be there.
No, yeah, Lewis is having fun here. I think Joe's told him to get the round under his belt. I think he could have stopped this when he wanted, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I think he's getting the rounds under his belt. He's having fun. The crowd are enjoying this, I think. I think someone's almost in the ring over there.
Look, it's a good night of boxing, and you can see the city's on the up. You talk about Nathan Heaney in the past. You're seeing tonight a next generation of fighters coming through.
Yeah, and all homegrown fighters, you know, all Stoke lads. You know, Louis, Army's actually Newcastle, but we'll let him off. But Louis, you know, Jack, Army, we're all local. We all live 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
Louis only lives down the road. So does Jack. So yeah, it's nice to see him, especially doing it in the stadium. Like I said, it's a good performance.
So Lewis, that's 2 out of 2, that, mate.
2 out of 2.
I commentated on your debut. I was so impressed with you on your debut, and equally as impressed tonight. Really dominant performance.
I showed a different side to me tonight. I just showed that, you know, I can box, I can work around people. I was working the body a bit more this time, so yeah, another good one. It's step by step. Keep going and keep pushing.
Look, we were really impressed with your jab. Like, your jab's a weapon. It's a world-class jab. What are your ambitions for the sport?
Make it as far as possible. I do really think I can get really high. I really do. It's just taking step at a time, not rushing into things too fast. And I believe me and Kyle can go all the way. I really do. Yeah,
Kyle was saying really, really good things about you. Was really impressive how composed you was in there. How composed, and I think what's going to happen is, as you step up the levels and people come to fight you, I think that's when you start putting people away.
Yeah, that's what that was. I'm trying to get the rounds in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
I probably could have stopped him. Second round. Yeah.
We got that.
Let's settle down.
Yeah, we got that feeling. We got that feeling you could have got him out of there.
Yeah.
And you know, very, very solid fight. We think you worked the body well, jab well, strong right hand.
Yeah.
Really, really good performance. Are you happy with it?
I'm buzzing with it. You know, there's a few things that I know maybe leaning off the front foot a bit over the front, but that's just things that come over the time. Yeah? And I know that from myself. I don't need telling. And it'll come. Everything will come in time. And when everything clicks, I feel like I'm unstoppable.
All the fundamentals are there, and honestly, like you said, commentated on your debut, commentated on this tonight. Amazing prospects coming forward. When you next out, do you know?
I got a big announcement soon. A big show at the end of May.
Oh, good stuff.
I'm Not say nothing until it's announced, but just keep your eyes peeled on my socials. Lewis Prop on Instagram. Yeah, big news coming.
Cool. Keep going, mate. Look forward to watching your journey. Yeah. Take care, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our final contest of the evening. 4 rounds of boxing. Champion in the light heavyweight division. Please welcome into the ring from London, the Camden caretaker, Robbie Chapman. Please welcome his opponent from Worcester, Staffordshire, Jack Winrama. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final contest of the evening, presented to you by Pat and Black Promotions, in association with JME Boxing Promotions. This contest, 4 rounds sanctioned in the light heavyweight division, and your official timekeeper, Naples' referee, A-star referee Kevin Parker. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the green gold short and he weighed in at 12 stone 8 pounds and 8 ounces, and he comes to the ring as a veteran of 93 contests, including 13 wins, 10 draws and 2 wins by knockout. From London, here is the Camden caretaker, Robbie
So big welcome to our viewers joining us online. Tonight's action brought to us by Pat Barrett's Black Flash Promotions, the home of grassroots boxing. Your commentators tonight is myself, Dan Murray, and I'm delighted to be joined by undefeated champion Kyle Davis. And we've got our final fight of the evening. Kyle, we've got Jack Roberts versus Robert Chapman.
Yep. In my division, 2 lads my weight, so it's nice to watch. And, me and Jack have done a lot of rounds as well. He's from Andy Keats' gym, which is a local gym to us. He's managed by my trainer and manager, Joe Eccleston. So, he's another one close to home as well, so it'd be good to see him in. I know Robbie, he's a tough customer, he knows his way around. He was a good amateur himself, so this would be a good fight.
Yeah, Jack starting on the front foot out at southpaw stance and lands a nice straight left there.
Yeah, he's strong, Jack is. I've done a lot of sparring, like I said. Southpaw, always awkward, he had a lot of amateur fights in Australia, so a while away from here. But yeah, no, Jack's a good lad, and he comes through this tonight. I think he's making an announcement in the ring of what's next, so it'll be good to see.
Yeah, and he's come out like a man with something on the line. He's coming out, looks like he wants to make a little bit of a statement. He's on the front foot. Like you said, Robbie Chapman, we've seen him plenty of times, highly experienced.
You can see Robbie putting good body work in there. That shows experience from his side as well. You know, he's putting down shots in. So this won't be an easy contest by any means, but it'll set Jack up good for what's to come next, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's only had the 3 fights, so he's still early in his career. But it's good to give him the test early on, isn't it?
Yeah, why not? Why not? You know, obviously Jack's not as young as the other lads on the card, so sometimes it's time to get going straight away. And sometimes you take a little bit of a different approach to your pro career. Not every person's the same, and people need different development at different times. And I'm sure Jack will want to get on with it and maximise what he can do with the time he has in the sport. He's also very measured as well. He's been patient. I think that's been a good theme tonight. Everyone's been quite patient.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a mature night of boxing, hasn't it? And Jack's continuing that here. He's just working nicely behind the jab. He's not rushing anything. Robbie just sort of sitting on the back foot a little bit.
He's putting the odd few and using that shoulder, making it awkward. I think he's landing a good shot there. He's actually making Jack miss a little bit with these shots. He's been quite cute with it that I think you can't probably tell from the outside.
Yeah, Robbie looks very, very competent in there. He's having plenty of success himself.
Yeah, I think they're doing a bit of WWE then as well. He's got a bit of a swagger about him, Robbie. I think he enjoys his job, definitely.
Yeah, the Camden caretaker, a bit of a character.
Yeah, I think it's Jack's job to make it a difficult night.
Jack's got to be careful because he took a left hook there, he took a right hand, and you know, we say, don't we, Kyle, when you've got these journeymen on the ropes, they're still dangerous. You've still got to respect what's coming back.
Definitely, like I said before, you can tell Robbie has got a little bit about him. You know, he's picking nice shots, so Jack does need to be careful and treat this like, you know, a proper live opponent. And this will be a good learning fight, definitely, especially in your fourth. This is a tough task to take early on. I know that I was supposed to fight Robbie a few times, obviously it just didn't come into fruition, but he was chose for me as a step up, so he's not one to take lightly at all.
And with Jack, you said you've sparred Jack before?
Yeah, he's good, he's strong, awkward, he's got good qualities about him, and I can see a lot of them coming out tonight, and I think it's just like I said, he's still only had 3 belts, he's still learning, so even though he's taking a tough test, he is still a novice, as you would say, in the pro game. So, like I said, this is a good fight, and I think that first round was quite a nice even round. I think they both got a little bit of good work off. No one really stamped big authority either side.
Yeah, for me with Jack, it's not necessarily looking what you're landing, it's stopping the shots landed on you. Just be a bit more careful, be a bit more switched on.
Just make it hard for Robbie to come back. You know, he's looking to counter punch and move, and he's picking his spots. He's not leading the dance. He's been awkward. So he's just not to get greedy and not chase him. Just be a bit patient. Just needs to discourage Robbie a little bit, hit him with something a bit cleaner, just to stop him.
Yeah.
Just to stop him from being comfortable. I wouldn't say confident, I'd say comfortable in there. Just hit him with something solid. Yeah, I would just like to see him maybe use that southpaw left hand as Robbie's circling away to his right. Just stop him in his tracks a little bit, not let him just keep going one way.
Yeah.
Robbie's circled 2 times in the same way, you know, just stop the way that he's favouring.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Cut the wrong ring off a little bit.
Especially if you see a pattern. If a fight is going one way, that means they feel comfortable that way. You want to stop him. That was a good shot there by Robbie. Nice pick. I think Jack just needs to keep him on the end of this jab a little bit more.
You know, it sort of echoes the point, doesn't it, when we're talking about the journeyman, that, you know, a lot of them choose to go on the road, don't they, Kyle? And a lot of them are competent fighters. And you look at Robbie in there.
He could do a bit, you know.
Yeah.
He's you know, selling tickets. You know, Robbie's come from London. You know, he's gets to travel, selling tickets. You know, getting people to come. It's hard, and sometimes it just doesn't work out for fighters. And sometimes they're forced to do what they love. They want to keep doing what they love, and they have to go on the road, and they find a love for it in a different way. So definitely, I think Robbie could have done something. And like I said again, he is a good opponent.
Yeah.
And he's picked for a purpose. He's there to test you, and he knows that's what he can do.
Put his shots together a little bit. You called for Jack to sort of put a dent in Robbie a little bit, get his respect. I think that's what he's trying to do.
Definitely. I think he's just got to watch out of these counter right hands as he's getting a bit greedy and coming over the front foot. I think he just needs to keep it long and punish him. He just keeps coming a little bit close, letting Robbie just back him off with that backhand, coming a bit square to his.
Yeah, sometimes I think when you're in with an opponent like Robbie, sometimes you can concentrate a bit too much on what they're doing, and you sort of forget your own game. So Robbie's moving about, he's shuffling his feet, and sometimes you get a little bit fixated with your opponent's doing, where you've just got to stick to what you're doing and what your plan is and work behind that jab. And when you get close, let your hands go.
Definitely just let him do his funny little dance, you know, sometimes step off and put a jab on the end of it when he's finished doing what he's doing, instead of chasing it and trying to beat him in his own game. I think, but that's experience. Like we keep saying, all these lads have not had many, and it comes with a bit of time, bit of experience. Yeah, I would like to see him start really putting this, start landing the jab first before he starts throwing, you know, other shots. Keeping the distance a bit, making Robbie fall in a little bit. Robbie's looking to smother and move his head. Just throw where you think his head's going to be, not where he was. Just so you're not getting too close. Just maybe take a little step back and put a jab.
Yeah, because Robbie's sort of setting some traps in there. Just don't fall into the traps.
No, don't let him steal these little odd punches sometimes. Like there, that little counter. But Robbie's putting pressure on, making Jack work. He's making him throw when he doesn't want to throw, and that's another big thing as well. Especially as the home fighter, you think you've got to be pumping the shots out. The away fighter's putting the pressure on you. You think, I've got to throw. But sometimes just be nice and calm.
Yeah.
Maybe just take a step round and look for a better shot. That's definitely a lot better. Yeah, definitely. Just being a little bit more measured. Not pushing against him. Just need to take that little step back, maybe shoot a little uppercut.
Yeah, you could see momentarily after he landed those shots, Robbie wasn't moving as much, he wasn't showboating.
You'll stop him a little bit, yes. You'll have to make him actually work and not get him stuck there for that right hand again. You're just giving Robbie a chance there. Just step away, just make it boring at times. You know, Robbie's looking for that right hand. Jack needs to, you know, the jab from Robbie's not coming much. It's that right hand he's countering with a lot. Maybe just trying to beat him with your backhand as well. You know, just maybe recognising the pattern a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Look, as you go through your career, you know better than anyone, Carl. You make the adjustments while you're in there. I think what Jack needs now is just a slight adjustment. He's getting caught a lot, isn't he, with that backhand? Just a little adjustment in there.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all about learning. It's about going back and just changing it a little bit, and that's your win for that fight. You know, if for the next 3 rounds he doesn't get caught with a right hand, that's an improvement. And that's what these learning fights are about, and that's what I would like to see more than anything.
Good shot.
Yeah, and even there when Robbie's talking to him, don't talk, just hit him there. You know,
yeah.
Just learn from that. You know, don't play him while he's speaking to you. Just just put that jab on him and say, right, we're still fighting for now. Don't get brought into these games.
Yeah, the fun and games are after the fight. You've got to be business-like in there, haven't you?
Yeah, stay quiet and pose. But this is good action. It's a good last fight, you know. They're both landing good shots. They're testing each other. This is a good bout.
Well, and like I was saying before, is don't get caught up in what Robbie's doing. So when Robbie's moving about, don't just follow him about. Don't get into talking, the sort of play acting side of it. Business, isn't it? Get behind your jab. Try and wear him down.
You've got to do what you're good at. You can't play the other person's fight. That's what I think is a big thing to always take forward. You know, do what you're best at. Don't play into the other side. Robbie's got a lot of experience, and this is what he'll be wanting. To stick to your game and do what you set out to do. See Robbie up on his feet walking. He's a character, isn't he?
Start of every round, having a little dance.
It's mind games. You've got to eliminate them.
She talked about Jack being a little bit older, and maybe that's why they're taking the steps here to rush him along a little bit. 29 years old. Like I say, he's had the 3 fights, undefeated. Hopefully something big to be announced for him if he can come through this. But this isn't a straightforward test.
No, I think he's been very competitive. And if Jack does come through this, like I think he is at the moment, he'll learn from this going into the next bout. You know, he's in with a good live opponent. Robbie's not come to just take his money and go home. He's putting shots back. He's making it hard. He's starting to actually pick it up now in this 4th round. So Jack just needs to be a little bit careful and not get too giddy and not falling in, keeping on the end of that jab.
Look, I like to see fighters using their attributes, and when I look at Jack, he looks strong. I'd like to see him assert his dominance in there a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play to Robbie's nicest game. I think Jack just needs to stick them hard shots, be a bit crude, use that southpaw stamp and make it a little bit messier rather than trying to play into this little bit of picky punches. That's a little bit better. Putting punches in bunches. Robbie's looking to pick off Jack's one punch. But I've just heard Andy shout to Jack not chase him. I think that's a good thing. I think he is trying to chase Robbie around the ring. Just getting caught with them shots there. Standing up a little bit tall in front of him. Just take that little step out, throw a little feint in. You know, Robbie's reacting with that right hand. Feint the right hand and then punish him after he throws it.
And this is where, from the early rounds, if Jack would have put it on him a bit more, this is where Robbie would have started to show it, wouldn't he, in these sort of later rounds.
To the confidence away. I think he's let Robbie just build in a little bit of confidence. And that's the worst thing to do with these away fighters. You let them get a foothold in the fight and they'll start coming on stronger and stronger, because that's the mentality.
Yeah.
You know, that's the mentality of a fighter. You can't help it. This is better though, but you just need to work on trying not to get turned too much. Robbie's doing a good job of turning him back onto the ropes. That's better there, where Jack didn't fall in, made Robbie fall short. Much better. Just like to see the jab from there, don't step any further. That's better, just put that control there. That's cut the weak off, that's much better. Better control, just like that. Good, stay just out of the way of that right hand.
Camden Caretaker just having his little dance again.
Yeah, and I would even say this, this is quite even going into this 5th round. I think these next 2 rounds are going to be really interesting. I would maybe have Jack up around. I think Robbie did good that last round. I think Robbie also had a good 3rd round as well. So I'd like to see Jack just get back onto doing this, putting them punches and bunches a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. It's still all to fight for. I think it's been really good matchmaking because obviously Jack looking for that step up, looking for the big opportunities. And this is, like we said about Robbie, potentially was going to be matched with you early in your career as a step up. Perfect step up list for Jack.
Yeah, definitely, Luke. If you're going to go on to, box for titles, step up, fight, fighters with winning records, you've got to have these tests because you don't want it to become a shock when you first step in there.
Yeah.
And Robbie's doing the perfect job of coming in and showing, how it can be. And I think this is great, Jack for Lynn. I think he will go away from this and learn a lot.
And this is what you want, isn't it? You wouldn't want Jack to get in there with someone and blast them out in the 1st round. Then, like you say, have a step up and suddenly get a big shot.
And I think actually Robbie's making it really entertaining as well for everyone, and it's good for viewing. This is what these small hall shows need. We need a little bit of character, and this is what makes the nights. And I'm enjoying watching this. Some good shots going in there.
Nice jab there from Jack.
Yeah, just keep the centre ring. This is what we let Robbie keep searching. Keep it on the end. I was saying earlier on about fighters putting it on and maybe stop the fighters from circling, but actually you probably should just let Robbie keep going around and putting him on the end of the jab. Sometimes it's different tactics for different fighters. You've got a nice slick counter puncher. You don't want to chase them. Let them stay on the end of stuff. That's better.
Nice.
Better. That's good, and then evading that counter, that was a lot better from Jack there.
Yeah, it's good. He just took his feet out of range, didn't he?
Yeah, much better. Moved his head after he finished punching. Sometimes you're not done until the exchange is over. See, I would like to see him just disengage now. He's staying involved when he doesn't need to be involved. Got caught a few times. Just take a little step out. Take a little step out. I don't know where he's been leading these moves, but it's a good shot there.
Good stuff.
Both of them landed one. Yeah, they both landed a good backhand there at the end of that exchange. I'd like to know if Robbie does dancing in his spare time. I think that could be something he does.
Little side earner.
Yeah.
Look, Robbie's one of those fighters, isn't he? It's difficult to look good against.
You know what? He was someone that I wanted to share the ring with, to test myself. Like, you get I say journeyman, you get fighters on the road that you actually want to get in. You want to test yourself and see what you can do against them, and he is one that I did. Obviously, I'm maybe a bit past that stage now, but I would have liked to share the ring because they are really good fighters to teach you something.
Yeah. Like I say, Jack will learn lots from this fight. It'd be really good if you go back, analyse the tape. I think he'll learn a lot. And if he is going to take that step up, I think what the learnings he'll have from this fight will set him in good stead.
Definitely. And, we have to give credit to he's awkward. Not everyone is this awkward. Like, he actually could be more awkward than an undefeated fighter. I'd just like to see Jack cruise this last round now, just box to a nice, win the round clear. Don't get involved. He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop Robbie, I don't think. There's no need to take any risks. Just to box. Let Robbie stay in this corner. He's obviously trying to goad him in.
Yeah. Suits Robbie, doesn't he? When Robbie sits on the ropes and he comes back that counter.
He's wanting Jack to come over. That's why I thought to counter him with that. He's wanting him to weapon. I'd like to see Jack to double that left hand up because, Robbie's countering with his right hand, but if Jack throws two backhands, he's going to catch Robbie as he throws his right hand, double the same hand up. Maybe Robbie has to use his right hand to defend rather than to counter.
Yeah. I feel like when Robbie does the showboat and he's almost like trying to go Jack in, he's trying to get a reaction, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's trying to buy himself a little bit of breathing room, having a little breather, slow the action down. And also it'd be annoying Jack, it's annoying he's goading him in. Just a jab there, just a jab while the weight. That's bad.
Nice.
No, definitely. Good shots.
Nice backhand there, yeah.
Just not get giddy now. Just put a jab. Just to cut this. Put something in that little bit of dead space. Maybe a jab to the body. Just slow the action down again. Make Robbie second guess again.
Narrowly missing there, Robbie with a big right hand.
No, he let that one go, didn't he? I think he smiled after he threw it. No, sneaky left hook as well from Robbie there. He's very cute with the punches as well. Good right hand there.
So last 10 seconds, let's see what we have.
You can see Robbie's experience there. 10 seconds, letting Jack come in and picking him with his shot. It's been a good bout, that.
Yeah, a lot of respect between both men. Look, I think it was a perfect fight for Jack. I think if Jack's got ambitions of stepping up, fighting for titles and winning things, it was a perfect step up.
Yeah, especially if he doesn't want to stay, if he wants to get his career on the road, that's a perfect fight. 4 fight against Robbie Chapman, not an easy task. So, I think that was a great matchmaking. You'll learn a lot. And, I'm excited to see what comes next for Jack. I think that was a good fight. I think you'll see improvements in the next fight coming from this. I think Robbie's done a real good job today. I enjoyed watching that.
It'll be interesting to see how it's scored.
Yes, definitely. I don't like to say score. I'm not a judge, so I'll leave it up to the judges. But yeah, I'd be interested. I think there's an argument for each of them taking rounds there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for the performances and the final contest of the evening. After 6 rounds of boxing, we go to Kevin versus scorecard. We agreed 58 points to 57 points in favour of your winner. From Auburn We hope to see you again very soon. The 30th of May, big show in Manchester, featuring STOKE Trent Kyle Davies.
Jack, congratulations.
Yep.
Didn't have it all your own way. There was a tricky customer in there, wasn't he?
He was, yeah. I expected a tricky one. I've watched a few of his ones before. He likes to push up, basically, play up to the crowd and did that well, sucked me in a couple of times, managed to get me a bit flustered, caught me a few counters, but won the rounds I needed to win. Put 6 rounds in the bank against someone that doesn't get stopped, do you know what I mean? So he's a tough lad. Yeah.
My sort of feeling watching it was he's a sort of guy it's difficult to look good against.
Yes.
Sometimes you can get sucked into what he's doing and moving about, but I think it's a perfect fight for stepping up.
Yeah.
I think, although 29 here, still early in your career, but you've got obviously ambitions to kind of fight for titles and step up, and I think that was a perfect opponent for that.
Yeah, I do. It was tough, tricky, good solid 6 rounds.
Yeah. So what's next for you?
So, well, if we're allowed to announce, so we're boxing on the Celtic Collision show in Neath on the 23rd of May against Port Talbot, against Aaron Bird for the Welsh light heavyweight title. So first domestic title, and hopefully one of many.
Exciting times.
Very exciting, yes.
Was tonight the first time you've done 6 rounds?
Tonight was the first.
Is it? Yeah. So you pace yourself for that. How did you find the 6 rounds?
Yeah, felt good. Felt like, sitting here now, it's easy to say. I felt like I probably could have done a little bit more, switched off a couple of times. But again, when you're in there with someone that's not only tricky, tough, he's got good defence, he's trying to talk to me, he's trying to talk to my sister, he's trying to talk to everyone else. It's here, it's like, one stage you feel like you're standing there going, like, are you here for me or for everyone? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never experienced that before, so it was good to tick it off really.
But look, great matchmaking as well, because that gives you something to learn from. If you go out there and blast someone out in the first round, it's nothing, is it?
Especially not at this early.
Yeah, and because you got to step up, you got the title fight as well.
We've got this next one to be like proper, an actual football journeyman, so it'd be nice to be able to see someone come at me.
Yeah.
And see if they can take one of these.
Look, I think that's going to be your strength when people come to fight, and you can stand there, you can have a fight, you can impose yourself on them. But no, absolutely brilliant that, mate. Well done, yeah. Take care, mate.
Thank you. Cheers. I'll see you all May 23rd.